Yeah, we see each other next year. We're going to be freshmen in high school. That's right. All right. Yo, Jimbo. Hey, 2 days starting a month, baby, so lay off those Fritos, okay? Hey, Mark. How'd you get out of the 8th grade, man? They have a limit on how many times you can repeat it? Just kidding. Ow. Jerk. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good summer. Oh, man. Oh, please don't let this be for me. Please don't let it be for me. No. That's not for me. He's going to keep moving. That's not for me. Oh, no. Mijo, ándale, get in. I can't put it in park or else it'll shut off. Oh, man. No, Mr. Swindler, hey, it's fine. You don't have to call anyone. That's my ride. Okay, so I didn't actually use the air quotes then, but I meant it. So wait, before we go on, right, to talk about this moment, the last day of 8th grade, I want to rewind a little bit, all right? We're going to go back to the first day of 6th grade, my first day of middle school. Freaking Jackson Middle School, the big leagues in San Antonio, right? So there I am. I wake up about an hour before my dad's alarm goes off. Well, okay, I don't really wake up. I don't think I ever slept that night. I just lied there in bed looking at the ceiling, thinking of all the different ways I can get out of not having to go to 6th grade. So I came up with some doozies. I came up with like surprise bear attack in my room, right? That'll keep me from going. Or like a cosmic ray comes and zaps me to another dimension. Now all these sound crazy, right? But it's better than the possibility of having to go and face a group of people that can find out who I am. I mean, who I truly am. So I look over in the night and I can see the 2 pieces of clothing my dad was able to buy me for that year. Only 2 pieces. One of them was a plain white button-down shirt, no frills, nothing crazy. But the other one, oh Lord, the other one was a pair of pinstripe gray leather pants. Oh man, they had more zippers than I don't know, a warehouse full of zippers, something. Hey look, they had a lot of zippers, okay? This ain't the Tonight Show. You want jokes? Look at my old test scores. So I'm sitting there, right? And my dad's alarm goes off, finally. And it partly goes off to wake him up, and another part to make sure we weren't robbed in the middle of the night. You know, because I came from that neighborhood. I was living in the kind of neighborhood where if an idea popped in your head, you had to run and lock yourself in the bathroom so no one stole it, right? Anybody here from a bad neighborhood? Yeah? Yeah, I'm not talking like bumpy roads or like loose signs. I'm talking like where you have to smile real quick so no one steals your teeth. You know, like, ooh, I saw you, Jack. I saw you. So I finally get ready, okay? I finally get dressed, and I'm feeling pretty good. I got my pants on, right? And I walk outside, and the Texas sun greets me. And it's like, dang, man, I can feel your hotness from here. So I'm feeling pretty good about myself, right? Feeling pretty good, like if I have to go, then at least I have this great outfit to wear. And I could use it like Captain America's shield, right? To hide behind and protect me. So we finally get on our way, and my Aunt Bancha sends me on out with our breakfast, which is like, smells like eggs sprinkled with foot. But I eat it. I eat every single bite because I remember what it was like to not have breakfast just a few short months ago. So I finally arrive at Jackson. Okay, I don't so much arrive as I'm presented the way a freak would be presented at a sideshow or a carnival. As soon as the cool kid, Chad, this 8th grader, saw me in the courtyard, right? So anyway, yeah, oh, looky, milk and cookie. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, children of all grades. I want to show you the amazing 6th grader with the worst fashion sense since naked. Oh yeah, you'll notice that he's wearing the Mexican wedding outfit, complemented with the white shirt we gave our gardener only 5 Christmases ago. And his leather pants, oh no way. His leather pants aren't even real leather. Yeah, so these gray leather pants I thought I was rocking, turns out they weren't even real leather. I had no idea. These pleather pants, ladies and gentlemen, take a closer look because it looks like Kmart actually vomited on him. Yeah, so it was pretty humiliating. Oh, I was mortified because I can look in the faces of the crowd, right? and everyone was sitting there pointing and laughing at me. And it was amazing because I couldn't hear what they were saying, but if I looked in their face, like, it tells me everything I needed to know. I even saw my friends from elementary school from last year, and they were pointing and laughing too, but I couldn't blame them. Because, I mean, in that moment, even I didn't want to know who I was. It wasn't so much that they were laughing at my clothes that hurt. It was that my secrets were out. You know, this armor I was hoping for had made me a target. And now the world knew all of my secrets. So what was I hiding? Right? What was my deep, dark secret? Why am I telling a room full of 400 or 500 strangers? It was my shame. Shame about a lot of things. I was ashamed that my dad got arrested the year before for stealing. I was ashamed that everything he stole was for me. I was ashamed that he didn't have a job, that we didn't have any money. I was ashamed that I'd have to go to school and take half of Mrs. Kopsky's sandwich because I couldn't afford to bring my own lunch. I was ashamed that my mom left and we didn't have a family anymore like everyone else did on TV. I was ashamed that we were homeless and that everything that defined me now fit inside this small H-E-B shopping bag. And I thought of all these things that I was ashamed of and that would hold me back from everything I wanted in life. I expected it to. Heck, I wanted it to because if I never had to try, I wouldn't fail. When self-doubt, self-hatred creeps in, that's when our dreams turn to shame. Right? And I'm not talking about those weird dreams where your math teacher's throwing little pickle slices while you're floating on a Disney cartoon river or something. I'm talking about those other dreams. The dreams we have inside of ourselves that tell us who we want to be. When we put ourselves out there in the world, we're open, we're vulnerable. And it's in those moments that we start to pick each other apart, pick ourselves apart. So we knock ourselves down before anybody else gets a chance to. Or you do what I did in the 6th grade and make myself completely invisible. We lie about ourselves. We reveal less and less of who we are. We become less and less of who we are. I thought by lying and making myself invisible and by fighting anybody I saw that I thought would hurt me first would help, but it only made my shame stronger. So many of us out here, we carry shame like a deep, dark secret, whether it's our weight, our ethnicity, our identity, our orientation, ability, poverty, family, whatever. If you let it, that shame that you carry, that shame will gain momentum throughout your entire life, the way a rock from outer space gains momentum into our atmosphere. If you let it. So what do? How do we prevent it? How do we stop it? I have no idea. You guys are on your own. Good night. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. That's a worse ending. Why would you guys? No, I wouldn't end there. No. What happens is, the truth is, shame grows in loneliness. Shame gets stronger when it's just the two of you. So you extend yourself. You share your story. When everything happened with my family, my dad getting arrested, my mom, I cut off everybody. I didn't talk to any of my friends, nothing. And for some reason, one day I decided to tell one person, Miss Kopsky. I waited until after school when everybody's gone, and I told her everything. What I thought was going to be little by little, but it just came pouring out of me about my dad, about being homeless, about being hopeless. Y'all, I couldn't even look her in the eye. Sat with my head down the entire time because I was half expecting her to chuck me out of the room for being a loser, but when I looked up, something else happened. She was still there, and she was listening. And in that moment, I felt like me for the first time since my world fell apart. It didn't happen overnight. You share yourself little by little. You share your story little by little. And eventually you won't need a cool outfit to hide behind. You'll build a world, an environment, a breathable space filled with people who want to know and love the real you, who you are. You'll build an atmosphere. And does anybody know what happens to a rock from outer space that enters our atmosphere? Does anybody know? What's that? Yes, sir. It breaks down. It burns up, right? It burns up. I think someone else said that up here, and we call those shooting stars. Now, in order to conquer shame, we have to do everything. We have to do the exact opposite of what it tells you to do. If it tells you to lie, you tell a truth. If it tells you to hide behind the latest fashion, you make your own. When it tells you to look and pretend to be like everyone else, you get a mohawk. And when it tells you to lie about your family, you bring someone home for dinner. When it tells you to stay quiet and that you have nothing to offer, nothing to say, you step in front of 400 amazing strangers and you tell your story. Mijo, hey, you coming or what? Who you talking to? And when it tells you to hide who you are, hey, Dad, turn it up. Thank you.